Hello everybody, it's serotonin. It is 1:42. I just finished reading about a lovely young man in Texas who had a stand, lemonade and hot chocolate stand, to raise money for the wall. And he raised $22,000 American, obviously. And such a cutie. His parents are getting in on it, having some fun. You get a free Beto marshmallow, watch it melt, or you pay 50 cents to watch a large Pelosi melt in your hot chocolate. So I had a good cry while I listened to God Bless the Child by Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I highly recommend that you give that song a listen after you go and find out about this lovely boy, Benton Stevens, who is literally saving children's lives, helping to stop the flow of trafficked children coming through South America. So amazing. Children saving children. And you know what? God bless the child that's got his own. I am completely emotional over this story. I think it's amazing. Anyway, I wanted to draw your attention to this. This is the big thing that I wanted to talk about in this video. It is breaking ITCCS news. That is Kevin Annette's his group of people, who are literally another group of people who are saving trafficked children and also shedding light on the history of trafficking in Canada. This is extremely exciting. Top government, corporate, and church leaders in Canada are being indicted and issued summons to appear before genocidal tribunal, including Trudeau and CEOs are all being charged with crimes against humanity. There's a video here. I'm just going to read to you what is written in the text, and I will allow you to have the links to the video. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get in trouble. I'm not going to allow you. I'm going to put them in. Of course, I'm going to allow you. You can do whatever you want. You're a human being with your own thoughts and needs. Okay, so here's a whopper of an update from Kevin Annette. Read or watch the video below. Of course, the issue is whether or not they will show up, but we have ways of, I'm sure, convincing them to show up. People the world over are going to learn humans have been sacrificed by subhumans and still are today, that children are particularly prized, and it's not limited to Indigenous peoples. Hardly. They'll take anything they can get. Breaking ITCCS global news. Top government, corporate, and church leaders in Canada are indicted and issued summons to appear before genocidal tribunal. Prime Minister Trudeau, Governor General Papal Nuncio, and CEOs charged with crimes against humanity. See the attached YouTube and documents on Friday, June 7th, 2019. What a beautiful, beautiful day. A breaking global communique from the International Tribunal of Crimes of Church and State. Top government, corporate, and church leaders in Canada are indicted and issued summons to appear before a general tribunal. 21 high officials of church and state and business in Canada were issued a public indictment and summons today that charges them with crimes against humanity. 21 individuals are required to appear before a public tribunal of inquiry in Vancouver on September 16th. The tribunal is sponsored by a coalition of human rights groups and international observers under the auspices of ITCCS. Named in the indictment and summons issued today are Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, Governor General Julie Payette, Vatican and Chinese ambassadors to Canada, the heads of the RCMP, Canadian Security Intelligence Services, otherwise known as CSIS, the CEO of PetroChina Limited, and the top clerics and officials of the Roman Catholic, Anglican, and United Church of Canada. The indictment charges that persons named have willfully planned, committed, concealed, and aided and abetted intentional genocide, including imprisoning, harming, trafficking, exploiting, torturing, and ritual killing of Indigenous men, women, and children, the violent occupying and exploiting of Indigenous lands and resources, the active defrauding of the Canadian people, and the obstruction of justice. The tribunal has a mandate and authority to convene a follow-up common law court to actually prosecute and sentence the persons named in the indictment, depending on the tribunal's findings. The convening of this public tribunal of inquiry was prompted this past week by the Canadian government's public admission that it perpetrated genocide on Indigenous peoples within its own borders. Under international law, and specifically the United Nations Convention on Genocide, to which Canada is a signatory, once that crime has been admitted and proven, Canada and guilty individuals must now be prosecuted and punished for genocide, regardless of their rank or office. Mounting evidence indicates that genocide in Canada is not a thing of the past, but continues to target Indigenous populations, especially on the West Coast. Absolutely. And the North American ITCCS Field Secretary Kevin Annett today, Our investigations reveal an active complicity between Trudeau government and Chinese corporate interests that are wiping out Aboriginal families across British Columbia to secure their lands and resources. This assault includes child trafficking and murder through a network known as the 12 Mile Club, which involves senior church, business, government, and military officials. We believe that the recent media posturing by the Trudeau government and its so-called Missing Women's Inquiry is an attempt to conceal the true genocide going on and the extent of its own complicity in that crime. The tribunal has requested that United Nations peacekeepers and observers be present at the September 16th inquiry to ensure the safety of the proceedings and its personnel, including Kevin Annett, who was illegally detained by Canadian government operatives on May 15th. My hero. Oh my goodness. International forensic specialists will work with the tribunal to exhume alleged mass graves of children identified by eyewitnesses. Oh my goodness. This is huge. Regular reports of the network of the Public Tribunal of Inquiry will be issued at www.murderbydecree.com. The ITCCS updates and live every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern on www.bbsradio.com/herewestand. Issued June 7th, 2019 by the Directorate of the International Tribunal of Crimes Against Church and State and its affiliates. Oh my goodness. Well, keep your eyes peeled, guys. This guy is doing some great work, and hopefully soon we will see that big, horrible leader of ours get flushed down the toilet where he belongs. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless, Godspeed.